Alright fellas, here we are back in Pokemon Masters for a showcase in the Champion Stadium of Signasuit, Ingo, and Chandelure. The reason I'm not calling this a showcase outright is because I don't think that's how a showcase is. I think a showcase should be versatility, different game modes, but I'm going to start just filtering these out to different game modes. Not saying that I'm going to promise I'll do these in other modes, but just for now, we're going to just call this one the Champion Stadium. Anyway, Ingo, pretty strong character. He's got decent stats without level 150 EX roll and the 1.1 times stat buff from Super Awakening. 376 special attack's pretty decent, 200 defenses are fine, 402 speed's good. Not bad at all. He's got Will-O-Wisp and Confuser, of course, for his status condition and status change, which then activate his buddy move, which in turn also gets doubled in power, right? I guess, yeah. He's doubled in power here, 160-something, 168 power. Of course, lowers enemy defenses when paralyzed, special defense when burned, speed when flinching, restores HP when enemies are poisoned, applies free moves next when the target's trapped, and increases special moves next when the target is confused. Of course, he applies Burn and Confusion, so he gets special defense drops on the enemy, and he gets special moves next for attacking enemies that are confused. Pretty good, obviously. The trainer move, reducing sync countdown by 2, raising ally speed by 4, and evasion by 2. With my Ingo being 2 out of 5, because, you know, lucky pulls and all of that, it is not bad. That's definitely not bad, because I can fish for MPR, because... oh, look at this, fun. MPR 1. I actually am pretty sure I get it in some of my runs, which is pretty funny. 20% rate. That's very good for the gauntlet. Of course, the dodge hacks are very appreciated. And also, just in general, they're pretty good as well. He gets Brain Gain 9 as well here on, I think that's a trainer move, isn't it? Yeah, Trina's leaving Brain Gain, so he gets some special moves next there. Stop hitting yourself, Curative Confusion, a little bit of healing and all that stuff as well, right? For his passives, he's got Inbound Train Announcement, which reduces sync countdown by 2 when it's max move targeting an opponent that is affected by a status condition, so burn, is successful, and increases special moves next by 2 when his max move targeting an opponent that is flinched, confused, or trapped is successful. Again, his confusion. And again, he does have, of course, the max moves, Max Guard and Max Phantasm. He's got Team Brain Gain 9, giving allies special moves next for just pretty much existing, which is really strong, because if you're using his damaging move against, obviously, a burned opponent, he gets +2 special moves next for himself, which is a great way to enhance his damage, on top of the special defense debuffs and all of that, but he's also enhancing team damage. So characters like Costume Irrita really benefit, any Shadow Ball user benefits, Fall Iona, for example, all benefit a lot from that. And then he's also got Move Special Attack 2 and Crit Rate 1-9, buffing his Special Attack by 2 and Crit by 1 anytime he takes an action, so that's his self-sufficiency method, of course. And again, this is just a 2 out of 5, so if you think Ingo looks relatively impressive here, for some reason, he's going to look a lot better with dupes, especially 3 out of 5, and then, like, obviously the 10 out of 10 awakenings and whatnot, like the stat buffs with the EX roll, everything like that. Ingo's going to look a lot more impressive from that. So let's go ahead, hop into some Champion Stadium battles, and just take a look at him in a little bit of a playground setting. So the first battle was a semi-free-to-play setup. Red's not really an expensive pair to get, but we've got ourselves the event Victor for the Ghost Zone, double max move, and also a little bit of support because, of course, with the buddy move, you can use it on a different ally, so we're able to max out Ingo's special attack and crit in 2 turns, though Red does the special attack a bit, the crit bit for us as well, so that's fine. Sadly, Will does have Impervious, so he does have stat buff still, but really that doesn't matter here with how I play this battle. We get the burn off, giving us the multiplier activation because his innate multiplier is off of status conditions, so you do want the burn there. We use Ingo's sync move to get in some good damage. Of course, the Sprint DX is a function as well because he is a sprint character. Get in the max move, which is also going to be under the Ghost Zone. Just consider all of this, that this is with a lot of sync acceleration from Red and obviously Ingo as well, and then also we've got the whole, like, the turn skip because of that sync acceleration, right? So that's why the Ghost Zone's able to seemingly last so long, is because of how the sync acceleration works, because obviously Victor sets it on entry, and that's really why I brought him here instead of anyone else, which is pretty funny. I do think I had Super Synchro gridded as well, so you do get the Super Effector next off of KOing using the max move there, which is in turn able to KO the Alakazam, because thankfully we got lucky and had Body Slam, which paralyzed the Alakazam, so that did give us the extra damage to activate Ingo's innate multiplier. Because again, he can work off of any status condition. He doesn't just need Burn, which is what he sets. He does benefit the most off of Burn, you know, by his effects off the buddy move, getting the special debuffs and all of that. But for just multiplier activation purposes, and even activating the buddy move as well, you just need one status condition or status change. It could be paralysis, burn, paralysis, poison, whatever, right? So you can get all of those, trap, flinch, confusion, all of that will activate his buddy move, so he does have a lot of versatility with having that activated. Though you do want to really be careful about having enemies with, like, status condition immunity or interference immunity, especially with parameters here in the stadium setting, or, you know, enemies that gain, like, immunity to it in the gauntlet or stuff like that. Those type of stages can really screw over Ingo and pretty much all of his main forms of damage, because he really needs those to actually do any damage, whether it be by sync nuke or by DPS purposes. He really needs those for just anything. So any stage where you can't do that, it's gonna hurt him. But hey, we're fine here. And for our second battle is an off-type battle with Variety Rachel as well as Fall Morty. Fall Morty is a good short-term, very short-term, or potentially like duo partner for Ingo, because he's able to activate Burn pretty easily for him. Obviously, he's got to go viral, which means that his Will-O-Wisps will AoE burn the enemies, so you don't have to worry about setting it up individually for each enemy. Ingo fixes this issue himself at 3 out of 5 with a grid tile, but of course, if you want to forego that for other things, which is always fair, then Morty can suffice there. I'm not saying Morty's the best partner, or even like a fantastic one, but I do think that having that legitimate niche is something that some people may want to make use of if you somehow pulled for Fall Morty. Yeah, very nice tongue twister. Anyway, this is literally the only reason he's here for this battle. He does not do damage. He does not provide any extra utility. Literally just burn, and then Rachel and Ingo are carrying the team otherwise. Which is why it's pretty much obviously always universally better for you to just bring another character, another damage-dealing character, or a character that can apply the same as another one, but not be completely useless otherwise, right? If I maybe gave Morty mind games, which I would not. I would not do that, but if I did, then maybe, like legitimately maybe, he would have a little bit better usage here. Either way, whatever. It's fine. We use all of our firepower with Ingo to actually take out Bruno here. And again, this is all without like any ghost zone or ghost rebuff type of enhancements, or like any multipliers other than the Lucky Skill Critical Strike 2. This is pretty much all of what Ingo can do naturally. And again, he does get that extra special moves next for using his max move on enemies that are Burner Confused? Whichever one it is. I think it's Confusion. Yeah, I think you need to have Confusion. Whatever. Anyway, point is, obviously he gets a lot of good enhancement from the special moves next buffs he's able to provide to himself and to the team, which we will look at those team buffs in the next battle, which is also the last battle, but still. This is obviously good for, like, viewing Ingo as, like, a sole main damage dealer character. I mean, I think that it's at least satisfactory enough. Not perfect for sure. Again, these are stadium battles. This is more of a playground area than anything else. So just keep all of that in mind when looking at this showcase. Don't really look at this as, like, a true testament to Ingo's strength. More so, like, how he can kind of work against some basic, not really uber difficult enemies, right? I did want to end with the sync move, but nah, whatever. We'll just go for we just went ahead and went for the buddy move there. Anyway, there we go. There is the battle with Fall Morty, a little bit of Midnight Parade fall shenanigans, because Ingo pretty much is a Halloween sync pair, just disguised as a Poke Fair, double with Emmett and whatever else, right? Like, literally. Their theme is literally spooky, scary skeletons, Pokemon edition. Come on now. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, Ingo can suffice relatively well on his own as a central damage dealer, which is what you kind of want him to be, but that's also more so with dupes, because with extra dupes he does get better buffs, such as an actual multiplier. I forget which one it is. It's either Burn Synergy or Confusion Synergy or something akin to that. He gets actual multipliers, right? And again, he does get himself the special moves next, and the team special moves next, and also the special defense debuffs as well. So Ingo is meant to be pretty work pretty well as a damage dealing character, and he does that job very well. And for the final battle here, we have Ingo alongside Costume Merida and Summer Gardenia. I really want to call her Costume Gardenia every single time, but whatever. This would have been a little bit more of an effective run if I had actually used the buddy move with Ingo here, or the trainer move with Ingo, instead of actually using the Will-O-Wisp to burn all the enemies, because we would have got better sync acceleration that way, but whatever, it's not really the point. It's fine. we're able to use, again, Ingo here is a supportive, like, he's got supportive abilities with the special moves next, but can also, again, act as that central damage dealer. So giving him this enhancement under Gardenia with the Ghost Zone, the special defense debuffs, and the support EX roll, combined with Irida benefiting directly off of Gardenia, as well as Ingo's special moves next buffs and the special defense debuffs, is actually making a pretty fun, cohesive Ghost team. It really is. It's pretty funny to look at, honestly. Gardenia almost goes down, but we got pretty lucky here, obviously, with her not. And I don't think they're able to attack pretty much for the rest of the battle, which is honestly funny. Thank you, support EX roll Gardenia. You are very awesome. Use the buddy move here so we can get ourselves enough sync acceleration, though KOing the pincer there, honestly, was really all that we ended up needing anyway. Use Gardenia's buddy move to activate here as multipliers, because she does have pecking order. And of course, Ingo is here for, again, another damage dealing oriented character. We got ourselves the max move here as well, which gets its own sync acceleration, which is one of the best things about a lot of these max move using characters, is that they've got the sync acceleration from sync countdown, right? Max countdown 2. Most usually they have it, which is always good for maintaining that sync acceleration, despite the fact that you're using a max move, which usually doesn't have any. And I honestly appreciate that quite a bit for Ingo to have that in his innate base, because a lot of characters with max moves do have it, but it's mostly in the grid. So characters like Ingo that have it in base, especially because Ingo's a sprint, I mean, he should naturally anyway, having it is honestly appreciated. And then Irida finishes off here, of course, with her god tier nuke, obviously. So yeah, I mean, Ingo does work very, very well as a partner for a lot of Ghost characters. It's not like he's limited to Ghost only, but he does, of course, work well with them. Irida really appreciates the extra special moves next buffs. Ingo does work well, of course, with Costume Gardenia and her supportive / utility functions, support EX roll, the debuffs, the Ghost Zone, all of that. Of course, he benefits directly from that, and they work pretty well because of that. Similar with Renegade Cynthia, basically taking up both roles in a sense of being the Ghost Zone setter and also the main nuker, wherein, you know, Irida is the nuker here and Gardenia is the Ghost Zone setter. Kind of combines those roles into one, but of course, right, Cynthia doesn't have the supportive functionality of it either. But still, point is, good sync pair. So that's my thoughts about Signasuit Ingo and Chandelure down in the comments below at 2 out of 5 versus the Champion Stadium. I might do something with the Legendary Arenas. I'm not really too sure. I'd have to think about it and think about some decent enough partners for him to take on certain stages. I'm not really sure. We'll see. So yeah, I'll see you later. Hope you all enjoyed. Go look on your summons, go look on your skipping, and let me know what you think about Ingo down in the comments below. Peace.